Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reseda, California. Came into that with a lot of energy, not expecting that. It is Mystery Vortex 3. I am Excalibur. The first match of the evening, unknown to me, known to you, the DVD buying customer. In the ring right now, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 209 pounds, he is the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa and Gargano know each other extremely well. But this matchup, as the opening contest here, is a tough test for both men, actually. And, you know, that just goes to show you how loaded the lineup is, that the board of directors decided that this is the opening contest of the evening. Gargano and Ciampa, of course, both known for their technical prowess. Johnny Gargano, of course, Johnny Wrestling, hailing from the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland, Ohio. Known a little more so for his technical expertise than Ciampa. Ciampa, of course, the former Sicilian psychopath, the psycho killer, Tommaso Ciampa, known to have his prone for psychotic breaks and taking out his aggression, his frustration, or just perhaps his psychotic rage on his opponent's person. Ciampa forcing the rope break there. Senior official Rick Knox giving Johnny Gargano the 5 count. Ciampa looks unaffected by the wrist lock. Ducks under the collar and elbow tie-up attempt. Now with the waist lock, Gargano, you can see with a very wide vertical base, but Ciampa also leaning his body on Gargano, but that allowed Gargano to snake in, grab that left arm, bring him back into a hammerlock. And now wrenching Ciampa backwards, and bending those fingers backwards. Ciampa, though, getting his boot on the bottom rope. Gargano, of course, has till 5. Breaks the hold at 4. Very Bryan Danielson-esque. Or Daniel Bryan-esque, I guess. Ciampa, you can see flexing his wrist back and forth. I wager that unaffected by that second wrist lock, that second attempt of Gargano to wear him down. Gargano backs Ciampa to the ropes. Ciampa comes off. Shoulder tackle takes Gargano off his feet. Ciampa hits the ropes. Gargano goes for the trip. Ciampa over the top. Leapfrog. Ciampa catches him. Looking for the air raid crash. Gargano had it scouted. Escapes out. Rolls through. Goes for the rolling kick. Ciampa goes for a submission. Blocks, ducks the knees. Side headlock takeover. Ciampa scissors to the head. Gargano escapes. And we have a stalemate here in the opening minutes of this first contest. The fans chanting that was wrestling. I'm not sure what they expected, but they got what was advertised on the side of the building. Ciampa suckers Gargano in. Johnny Wrestling, more like Johnny Naivete. Open-handed chop to the chest of Gargano sends him staggering across the ring. Gargano goes in pillar to post. Ciampa charges. Gargano goes over the top, rolls him through, hits him with that rolling kick. Jumping neckbreaker on Ciampa. And Ciampa rolling to the outside on the apron. And now out to the floor. The fans here on the near side of the ring, parting ways. Ciampa pulls Gargano out, throws the clothesline. Gargano ducks. Left hand knocks Ciampa backwards. Another left hand knocks Ciampa backwards. Ciampa going into the crowd. Having a hard time seeing what's going on. Looks like Gargano laying in shots to the head and the face of Ciampa. Rick Knox giving the customary 20 count. Gargano walking it off. Charging in and hits a big chop on Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano asking for it. The crowd responds. They'd like to see it. Oh, and Tommaso Ciampa cuts him off. Ciampa cuts him off on the outside. Ciampa just comes charging in on Gargano. Levels him. Gargano ducks under. And Gargano, the swinging DDT into the crowd. Takes out the first, second, and third rows. Couldn't see how Ciampa landed. Might have used an audience member to brace his impact. But Johnny Gargano clearly with the upper hand there. Gargano raising a replica belt. I guess he's the champion of swinging DDTs in the crowd. He is not Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. That honor which goes, of course, to Roderick Strong. We will see in action at some point later tonight. Gargano comes in, Ciampa puts on the brakes, tosses him off. Sets him up, ankles on the top rope and drops him down into a flatliner. High elevation flatliner. Ciampa still feeling the effects from the confrontation, the fighting on the floor, but Gargano obviously got the worst of it. Ciampa up to his feet, lays in an elbow shot to the spine, maybe the kidneys. Now a knee to the back of the head, second knee, a third knee. Ciampa really going to work on the back of Gargano. Rick Knox trying to keep it clean, trying to break things up. But Tommaso Ciampa got that look in his eyes. He's ready to inflict some punishment on young Johnny Wrestling. Another chop from Ciampa. The tomato chomper. Out the front chancery. Center of the ring. Sets him up, looking for the vertical suplex. Gargano kicks his feet. Gargano tries to reverse, but Ciampa kicks. Gargano kicks. Ciampa kicks. Up and down, both men are going. Gargano takes Ciampa over the top. Gargano with that beautifully executed suplex. After trading back and forth with Ciampa, now with a chop of his own. Didn't have quite the mustard that Ciampa's chops. Oh! Ciampa wrenching down Gargano's arm and forcing him basically to flip himself into the corner or risk just running neck first, spine first into that middle turnbuckle. And a diving knee strike to the back of the head. Ciampa picking up right where he left off. Now Ciampa instructing the crowd to move out of the way, give him some space. Psycho Killer about to go to work. Stomp to the forehead, 2 consecutive stomps to the forehead. But Gargano rolls in. Ciampa has him in the side headlock. A little bit elevated, not putting his full body weight on Gargano. And you can see Gargano very wisely scooting his lower body out from underneath him to prevent Ciampa from basically laying on top of him and compressing him from both sides. cutting off the blood flow to the brain with the sleeper hold and putting his body on the back, compressing those lungs. Shots to the midsection of Gargano. Gargano pushed out. And there we see sleeper hold by Ciampa. Center of the ring. Gargano reaching for the ropes. He's a long ways away. Grabbing the back of Ciampa's head, bringing him down into a jawbreaker. Oh, but Ciampa shot to the jaw of his own, the jaw of Gargano. Now Ciampa coming off the ropes. Cross chop, Manhattan drop. Armbringer sends him down. Cutter with Ciampa on the knees. And Ciampa rolling to the outside. Yes. Ciampa on the outside. Went for the plancha, but Ciampa came in underneath. Shoulder to the midsection. Gargano, there we go. Hits him with the DDT. Taking it to the streets. Only a 2 count. Ciampa kicks out, still alive in this matchup. Being brought up in the corner by Gargano. Gargano with a chop of his own. That one looks like it had some little extra effort to it. Gargano looking for the long dart. In the opposite corner, Ciampa breaks free. Shoves Gargano in. Gargano, though, answers with the back elbow. Ciampa across the line. Coming off the ropes. O'Connor rolls him through. Gargano slippery as these two men looking for submission hold after submission hold. Neither can grab a hold of one another, but there, Gargano got him locked in. Gargano escaped. Ciampa in the center of the ring. Ciampa rolls him up, hitting predicament. 2 count only. Right round kick, but the knee on the wake up. Super kick underneath the jaw. Ciampa blocks lariat, another knee lift. Super kick. Ciampa, oh! Missed him on the first time, caught him the second time around. Tommaso Ciampa lays out Johnny Gargano, and we are essentially back to square one. Rick Knox giving the 10 count. Both men on their knees. Knox reaching 8. 9. No, Ciampa's up, so is Gargano. Tommaso charging in. Gargano gets his boot up. Gargano charging in, but Ciampa, that kick to the face, the heel of his boot catching Gargano right on the nose. Oh, jump up Gamangiri. Ciampa on the shoulders and just launch darted into the turnbuckle. Gargano coming off. Double foot drop kick to the face. 1, 2. No, Ciampa kicks out. Johnny Gargano thought he had him, but Ciampa's got a little gas left in the tank. Gargano looking deep in the playbook. Maybe he's got something on his wrist tape, something he can refer to in case we're inaudible. Out on the ring apron. Very dangerous place to be. Hard chop from Ciampa. Perhaps 10, maybe 11% harder because it took place on the apron. Gamangiri, though, dropped Ciampa down to his knees. And now Gargano, not sure what he's got in store for Tommaso. Tommaso, though, the knee lift with the assist to the bottom rope. Got Gargano. Oh, ring crash on the ring apron, and he very wisely rolls him in. 1, 2. Now Gargano kicks out. Johnny Gargano with something left in the tank. Doesn't want to go down like his pitiful basketball Cavaliers. Johnny Gargano wants to restore some honor to the rusted out hole in the Rust Belt that is Cleveland. It's okay for me to say that as a Detroiter, we have something of a rivalry. Gargano brought up to the top rope by Ciampa. Knife edge chop. Headbutt to the sternum for good measure by Ciampa. And now looking for the avalanche air raid. Got him up on his shoulders. Head is hooked. Gargano though escapes, lands on his feet. Ciampa laying in rights. Gargano has got him stuck. Pulls him out into a powerbomb. Running Liger bomb. Ciampa rolls to the outside. Johnny Gargano. Tope Suicida. Gargano with the Suicida. Rolls Ciampa in underneath the bottom rope now. Gargano charging it. Oh, went for the spear. Ciampa had it scouted. Hits him with the knee. Ciampa the power bomb on the knees. 1, 2. No! Johnny Gargano kicks out. The fans thought it was 3. Tommaso Ciampa thought it was 3. Only Gargano and Rick Knox know for certain. Now Tommaso Ciampa digging deep in the playbook. Trying to come up with his plan of attack. Johnny Gargano just crawling forward to Tommaso Ciampa. Right hand to the crown of the head. Another right hand. Gargano trying to get up to his feet, but Ciampa with those right hands keeps knocking him back. But Johnny Gargano all heart and quite clear eyes as well. His chest is a little cloudy though from those chops of Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano with those left elbow strikes, not a lot on him. Ciampa cuts him off with a knee lift to the midsection. Gargano goes for the step-up enziguri, escapes underneath. Another knee strike. Discus elbow. Catching with the knee to the face. Now Ciampa. Gargano goes up, lands on his feet. Breaks him down, counters. STF. Step over toe hold. Gargano escape. Tommaso Ciampa, you can see his forearm. His forearm is nearest to the ropes, and he's trying to make it. Gargano put his full weight on, cranking back. Gargano breaks free, pulls him out, center of the ring. Oh, Ciampa, inside cradle, 1, 2, no! Goes for the roundhouse, pinning predicament, knee lift again. Knee catches Gargano right underneath the chin. Gargano sweeps on the legs, 1, 2, no! Ciampa kicks out. Gargano, oh, that's kicked right through the head of Tommaso Ciampa. Goes up, oh! Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa's gonna kill him! 1, 2, 3! Tommaso Ciampa puts away Johnny Gargano in one hell of an opening contest.